Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are happy to see you all here at AWiB 10th May Forum. Today's 10th May Forum is brought to you by Dashin Bank. Dashin Bank has been our ally since the beginning. Many thanks goes to Ato Asfal Alemu, President of Dashin Bank, who is a proponent of women in leadership position. Thanks to Dashin Bank. Please give a huge round of applause for Dashin Bank. AWiB was founded in 2010 by two energetic, bold and strong women, Nahusanai Girma and Roman Kifle. The main purpose of AWiB is to unleash women potential through networking platform, training, roundtable discussion, events like today, where women connect, emerge, and grow together. We are often hesitant to explore our potential, but with a supportive community as AWiB, we tap into our potential and unleash our power.
I don't want to make it very technical, but I think when we discuss agile leadership, we need to look at perhaps the methodology and the principles of what an agile organization is. And it boils down to four things. The methodology of making an organization agile is customer collaboration. What does it mean? Like organization now have a vision and mission as we know it, and then what is like mapping out stakeholders, you know, all the things that we hear about in management principles. But an agile methodology is making sure that you cater to your customers as the customer's needs adapt in the environment. Today's May Forum 2024 was very, very interesting. And I think, and I said it during my speech, that AWiB has chosen a very, very good topic for discussion, agile leadership. It's something that is not fully discussed in Ethiopia. And sometimes I wonder whether even leadership has been tackled properly in terms of what a leader is and the skills that are needed, let alone being an agile leader. Agile leader is one step ahead of being a leader. So what I expect the attendees to do is after having listened to many of the good speakers lined up on today's event, is perhaps take home a homework that what does it take to be an agile leader. Like I said, skills development is something that you can gain from training and reading and going back to school for some of the courses, but looking at personal attributes that were discussed today in terms of what makes an agile leader. The outlook on life, how do you vision the world, how do you think you should help others come up to leadership, what is your idea of change and how to go about implementing change. And all of these attributes, I think, are very key to become an agile leadership. So I expect attendees from today's event to look inside of them deeply to see what they can do to upgrade themselves.
So ይህንን ለማድረግ እንግዲህ አራት ኢንተለጀንሶች አሉ በስነ ልቦና ፊዚካል ኢንተለጀንስ አለ ሰውነታችን ኢሞሽናል ኢንተለጀንስ አለ የሌሎችን ስሜት መረዳት የራስን ስሜት በደንብ መረዳት ሳይኮሎጂካል ኢንተለጀንስ አለ ችግር የመፍታት አቅም ከዛ ደግሞ ስፒሪቹዋል ኢንተለጀንስ አለ ይሄ ምናየው ብቻ አይደለም ማናየውም ነገር እንዳለ ሴንስ አለን የዛም ኢንተለጀንስ አለ የነዚህ አራት ኢንተለጀንሶች መዋሃድና ፉሊ ፕሬዘንት ለመሆን ሙሉ ለሙሉ እዛ ለመገኘት እነዚህ ነገሮች ወሳኝ ናቸው እዛ ላይ ሊደርሺፕ ላይ ያሉ ሰዎች መስራት አለባቸው በዚህ ቅኝት ከተሰራ ይሄ አጃይል ሊደርሺፕ የሚባለውን መተግበር የሚችል ትውልድ ማፍራት ይቻላል So the fact that agile leadership is chosen as a topic is very timely. The national reconciliation and dialogue is being initiated currently, and Saturday there's a launch. And one of our students, by the way, is representing the youth and giving a speech in terms of the Ethiopia he or she imagines as a young person. So nationally, the conflicts I should say, that we've had for a few years now, requires us to really look at ourselves very, very closely and have the conversation, have the courage and the audacity to sit down and talk and ask, what does leadership need to look like if we're to continue as a country? If you look at the continent, there's conflict everywhere. Globally, it's almost like some people actually say Third World War is in play. When you look at what's happening in the Middle East, when you look at what's happening in Ukraine, when you look at what's happening even within the US and other places, really leadership, there is a leadership crisis of sorts. And we need to re-examine what leadership should look like. And I think agile leadership, this idea of recognizing that each and every human being has something to contribute, and thus through that collaboration is possible, opens up a space and an opportunity for healing and reconciliation, and then to create something better, right? So agile leadership is about recognizing that others, quote unquote, if there is such a thing as others, also have something to contribute, and being open to that and being willing to sit at the table and work together and forge alliances based on that, be it at the family level, be it at the community level, in organizations, in government, in corporations, etc. So I think it's very timely and the right thing to do. And I also particularly appreciate the way it's been done. It was respectful, but some heavy ideas were put on the table. It was politically savvy, and respectful of all audiences, smart, and it was done with so much elegance. So I kudos to AWiB in the way it was executed as well.
Yeah, not much to add, but I was born and raised in the US, and I moved to Ethiopia 13 years ago because I always felt like I could make a bigger impact in Ethiopia, and I've really felt that, since being here and working here. And I'm also, like Zele said, really happy to see a room of really powerful women and future leaders, or current leaders and future leaders. So there's like always hopeful to be in these kinds of situations and events. So really quickly to introduce Zele Man, because you might ask, why were Zele and I invited to speak on this topic? I think the reason is because we lead a communications and advertising firm, and I'll tell you what a communication and advertising firm is, but probably it doesn't matter that it's an advertising firm. More what it matters is that it's a service business. So we're not trading anything, right? Any product. We're selling a service. And so our business is only driven by people. And in order to grow, just as much as we need to understand advertising, we need to understand how to motivate teams and create strong, high-performing teams. So I think we were invited here today to share a little bit about our experience creating these teams, and I think just setting that context.
High-performing team, I think, start from a clear vision and goal. So if the team comes together for a clear, if they understand the vision and the goal, I think by default, because if they will connect emotionally with the vision and goal, so they will become high performers. I think በእኛ በዘሌማን ኬዝ ጎላችንን ቪዥናችንን አስቀምጠናል። ጆይን የሚያደርገን ሰው የኛን ቪዥን ሼር የሚያደርግ ነው።
About listening, active listening. Active listening is a great thing. By the way, you know which culture in the world are active listeners? Ethiopians. Ethiopians, they listen to one another. I have Yemeni background. My mother is half Ethiopian, my father is Yemeni. In Yemeni culture, in the Arabic culture, around the world, people don't listen. Ethiopians listen. I've been doing these AWiB seminars for many years, and it's just been a real pleasure attending them, participating in them, speaking in them. It's engaging, and the crowd is just so dynamic. What a pleasurable forum to be a part of. Thank you.
ከኛ ካምፓኒ አሁን ወደ 11 ሰው ሆኗል። የራሱን ቢዝነስ ወይ ወደ ቤተሰብ ወይ ወደ ተሻለ ስፔስ ላይ push እናደርጋለን. After 2 years and a half, we started pushing people out of the company to start their own businesses. አንዷ የወተት ተዋጽኦ፣ አንዷ የዶሮ እርባታ. I know nothing of ዶሮ እርባታ. I didn't teach her anything. But this is kind of what allowing my team to make the mistakes and then to find their own independent space kind of gave them the encouragement. So we really, in Cabana as well as in the different works that I do, we really do empower. I believe we push also into engaging and also voicing out. I think timid nacho መጀመሪያ ሲመጡ ብዙ የቲም ሜምበሮቻችን and also knowing the rights ቅድም ሳምሪ ስትል የነበረችው also understanding what are the rights as an employee and what are the obligations that I have to do. So እኚህን ነገሮች ከተለያየ ፕላትፎርም ካልሰሙት እኛ ውስጥ ሆነው ነው የሚማሩት እና ክላሾች ሊኖሩ ይችላሉ. So it's really creating that space where a woman is very feeling safe and successful, like feeling trusted as well to push and to voice her problems.
May forum ማለት every career woman and professional woman attend ከስራ ሊቭ ወጥታ attend ማድረግ ያለባት one of the biggest AWiB annual forum ነው. ከዚህ በፊት I was an attendee, I was a moderator, አሁን ደግሞ speaker ነበርኩኝ. So throughout my last 7-8 years experience, I've understood that AWiB is not only for me, also for my team. So I feel like it's where to be, or ምንድን ነው የሚባለው, the same birds fly together ነው የሚባለው. So I feel like that's the kind of place I am in. I find my tribe, I find my people.
ስሜ ዶክተር ህሊና ከበረ ይባላል። የመሪ ሜንቶርሺፕ እና ሊደርሺፕ ትሬኒንግ ፕሮጀክት ኮሆርት 6 ሜንቲ ነኝ። My expectations for the May Forum were a lot. In a word, I would describe it as I was curious about it, because we take a lot of trainings in the Mari program that are specifically tailored to us. So I was curious about what this forum may look like when it's projected into a larger audience. And I found it to be very mind-blowing. The keynote speech was addressed to everyone, and as I expected it, it was inspiring. But what really stayed in my heart was the panel discussion. It was on how agile leadership could be tailored from authoritative, could be bridged from authoritative to partnerships. And I didn't really have that much expectations about it, but what every panelist said was very true to me, especially Professor Panus's part of the speech really touched me when he was talking about how we are supposed to know ourselves as people first and see how unique we are, and then we're able to see how other people are unique so that we can forge partnerships with them. Knowing their uniqueness really spoke to me, because it didn't only speak of leadership but also speak of humanity, and that was very inspiring. As a Mary mentee, this means a lot, because this forum in general means a lot, because it showed me where I could be in the next 20-30 years if I play my cards right.
ሰላም ጤና ይስጥልኝ። ትትና ጸጋው እባላለሁ። የመሪ 6ኛ ኮሆርት ትሬኒ ነኝ። መሪ እስካሁን ድረስ እንዴት ራሴን አቺቭመንቴን ቼሪሽ ማድረግ እንዳለብኝ አስተምሮኛል። ሶ እዚህ ሜይ ፎረምም ስመጣ ኤክስፔክት ያደረኩትኝ ኔትወርኬን እንዴት አድርጌ ማስፋት እንዳለብኝ፣ እንዴት አድርጌ ኮሚኒኬት ማድረግ እንዳለብኝና እንዴት አድርጌ ኢንፍሉዌንስ ማድረግ እንዳለብኝ እንድማር ረድቶኛልና ሶ ኦቨርኦል የነበረኝ ኤክስፔክቴሽን ስለ ሜይ ፎረም እነዚህ ነገሮች ሞር አክኖሌጅ እንዳረጋቸው ነበረ። ሶ I've got what I expected, and I would like to thank AWiB for this opportunity.
My name is Tseon. and I am so happy that I was able to attend the 10th May Forum. I feel so inspired and humbled to have spent my day with so many different women from different ages, different backgrounds, different sectors, levels of experience, and I really feel like I've learned so much from all of them, beginning from the morning, the keynote speaker, the parallel sessions, the afternoon sessions. It really has been a wonderful experience. And I myself am an AWiB member as part of a corporate membership, so I'm really excited to see how I can take back all of the lessons that I've learned today to my organization, which actually within our organization, we have a smaller organization dedicated to the empowerment of women. So I'm very excited to see how we can move that forward. And also, I would be remiss not to mention my colleagues that were also present here today. And so I look very much forward to seeing how we can all contribute to our organization, professionally, personally, and beyond. Thank you.
ሄኖክ ጸጋ ይባላለሁ። የመሪነት አሰልጣኝ ነኝ። እንደገና ደግሞ የማርኬቲንግ ባለሙያ ነኝ። ዛሬ ለመጀመሪያ ጊዜ ነው AWiB የሜይ ፎረም ላይ የመጣሁት። ግን የሚሰጠው ኢምፖርታንስ ስለገባኝ ለመካፈል መጥቻለሁኝ። ስመጣ የስራ ባልደረባዬንም ጭምር ጋብዤ ነው የመጣሁት እና ደግሞ በእለቱ በነበረው ፕሮግራም ላይ በሀገራችን ውስጥ በተለያየ ዘርፍ ዳይቨርሲፋይድ ከሆኑ ዘርፎች ውስጥ በጣም ቶፕ ናች የተባሉ ሊደሮችን አግኝተናል እና ደግሞ እንደገና ሊደርሺፕ እና ሜንተርሺፕም እስከሚሰለጥኑ ሪሰንት ግራጁዌትስ ድረስ ዳይቨርሲፋይድ የሆነ ኮሚኒቲ ነበረ። የተነሱት ሀሳቦች በጣም ሰፊ ነበሩ። አጃይል ሊደርሺፕ በተለይ ደግሞ ሁሉም አሁን ባለንበት በዚህ ዘመን በኮርፖሬትም በፐብሊክ ሰርቪስም ላይ ልናስበው የሚገባው ነገር በሰፊው ተዳሶ ነበር። ከሁሉም ግን የሚበልጥ አንድ ቴካዌ እኔ እንደ ሊደርሺፕ አሰልጣኝም ከበድ ያለ ያገኘሁት ምንድነው ስኪሎች የተለያየ ቦታ ልንማራቸው እንችላለን። ነገር ግን አትሪቢዩቶችን ምን አይነት አትሪቢዩቶች ናቸው ያሉን እንደ ሊደሮች እና ያንን ደግሞ እዚህ ቀርበው ከነበሩ መሪዎች በጣም ብዙ ተምረናል። I am lucky to be here and I think everybody here was happy እና ደግሞ ምናልባት ቻሌንጅ ማድረገው አዘጋጆቹን ዛሬ እዚህ ላይ የሰለጠኑትን ሰዎች ያቋቸዋልና ከዚህ በጣም ኢግናይት ከሚያደርግ ስልጠና ነገ ፍሬ አፍርተው የሚታዩትን እንደገና ፎሎ አድርገው ደግሞ ለሌሎች ምስክር እንዲሆኑ ማብቃት እንደሚችሉ አስባለሁ። ይሄ ቻሌንጅ ነው። ስላዘጋጃችሁት ዝግጅት በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። በጣም ውጤታማ ነበር። ቴንክ ዩ